Hi, everybody. Welcome to WCAX, our live desk streaming show. Kicking off around 9:15. As we've done some of our reporting the last few days, confirmed case of measles in Vermont. Our Claire Jones is one of the reporters here, kind of covering that the last couple of days. First off, Claire, thanks for hopping on today.
And good morning
Yeah,
to you, John. Yeah, that's right. That case was confirmed by the health
yeah,
department late Monday. They said the child came in, or at least the health department was alerted by doctors at the Copley Hospital about the child being there Sunday. I'm not quite sure which day the child was brought in, but doctors on Sunday told the health department, hey, we think this might be measles. And so the health department, they were able to confirm that through lab testing Monday night. And obviously, it has been quite some big news since, especially with the breakouts that we're seeing or the outbreaks that we're seeing in Texas and other parts of the country where
yeah.
we are seeing more measles cases pop up.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is a little bit of a silver lining, some good news here. Some of the experts that you talked to said there's a low risk of spread, but others also still concerned. Why is that?
Absolutely. I mean, measles is a very highly contagious virus. And while it may not be the deadliest, it still can get your children or yourself very sick if you get it. And again, it is very contagious. It is airborne. So if somebody coughs, it can stick around in the air for a while. That's, the infectious disease or the pediatric infectious disease physician that I talked to yesterday, that's what he was telling me about how infectious this really is. And so, obviously, if somebody has measles, there is a good chance of it spreading. But the health department said that the child was very largely isolated. The only public place they were reported going since coming back to Vermont was the ER that they were in. And so from what we were told, they didn't go to school, they weren't
Yeah,
out at the grocery store, other public places. So they do say that they were just in this ER waiting room, and that the people who were also in that ER waiting room when the child was there, they said they've already been reaching out to those people, so they know.
yeah,
And so they're really hoping at this point it is largely contained, and a lot of people in Vermont are vaccinated, and so they are hoping that really is helping contain this and that it won't be spreading.
yeah. And just really quickly as well, just some stuff that some health officials have told you as far as containing this. What can normal people do? If they're concerned about getting measles here.
Yes. So, I mean, again, they said that if you and your children are vaccinated with the MMR, the measles vaccination, then you should be good. You should be all right. It is, I believe they said it is like 87 to 99% effective, which means out of 100 people, only two or three may still get measles, even if they are vaccinated, which is a very, very high efficiency rate for a vaccine. And so they say if you and your child are vaccinated, you should not have to worry too much. But if you are still concerned, they say obviously talk to your doctor. Wearing masks, they said, do help. And then, of course, keep an eye out for any symptoms, really any sickly symptoms, fever, coughing. And then something that they did say was, keep an eye out for any red eyes. If the eyes look red and irritated, that is definitely a sign or a symptom you want to watch out for, as well as obviously the notorious measles rash.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think again, all of those warning signs, symptoms. It's an article on our website for those as well. If anyone is concerned, but Claire, thanks so much for hopping on, shed a little light on this. Of course, we'll show that in just a sec. But thanks
All
for
right,
hopping
perfect.
on.
And again, if you do
Yeah,
have any concerns, please talk to your doctor.
yeah,
All right.
great, all good
Thank you,
advice.
John.
Thanks, Claire. That was our Claire Jones there, just talking about recent stories she did about the measles case in Vermont. We'll pull this up in just a sec.
Health officials say the lab results came in late Monday.
So testing was confirmed through our public health lab.
Vermont's first confirmed case of measles this year. The Lamoille County child had just come back from an international trip. Health department officials will not say where they went or if they are vaccinated. The only place the child was reported going since getting sick was the Copley Hospital. Signs posted on the hospital doors ask visitors to stay out if they feel ill. Dr. William Raska from the University of Vermont Medical Center is one of only 2 practicing pediatric infectious disease physicians in Vermont.
We'd heard about the case right away.
He says he wasn't too surprised when he heard the news.
Just by numbers, it's going to happen every once in a while in various places across the United States.
But it's happening more often. Vermont saw 2 cases of measles last year. That's the same amount as in the entire decade or so before that. And across the country this year so far, the CDC reports there have been 3 outbreaks, with 222 confirmed measles cases as of March 6th. That's after last year there were 285 reported cases nationwide. Dr. Raska worries these cases are the result of increasing mistrust.
Those in the infectious disease community are very concerned about more vaccine skepticism. To be honest, we're really worried about that.
Health department staff say they're trying to battle that skepticism and pushing for Vermonters to get vaccinated.
Vaccination is the best way to ensure that you are protected against measles and that you don't have to worry if you were in a situation like this and potentially exposed.
We're told the hospital has already reached out to people who were in the waiting room when the child came into the ER. And if you and your children are not vaccinated, experts recommend talking to your doctor. In Morrisville, Claire Jones, Channel 3 News.
Some good reporting there from our Claire Jones. But and also just good things to keep in mind, especially if you don't want to get sick. So, but looking outside today, Peter, we're on the upswing just a little bit. I'm not going to say it's like super warm out, but I think the next few days tug of war.
Yeah, spring. It's not quite the warmth that we saw earlier this week, and it's not quite the warmth that we're going to see later this weekend, but we are starting to swing in the up direction, as we mentioned here, over the next several days. For now, the view on satellite and radar looking pretty quiet out there. It's a mixture of sunshine and clouds, and that basically is how we rule the day out there. You can see basically our network of Skywatch 3 cameras, Middlebury, Burlington, all showing a good amount of sunshine. The few clouds mixing in from time to time in places like Linden and Rutland right now, and this is kind of how we'll be here through the rest of the day today. A few breaks of sunshine from time to time. Other times, clouds start to filter that sunshine. Temperatures here, most of us climbing back into the 20s. Got a few 30s going off to the south, like 38 for Bennington, 34 right now in Brattleboro, 32 for Rutland. No Saranac Lake, though, still lagging behind at 15. Most of us are going to be back into the upper 30s and 40s here as we head towards this afternoon. Again, it comes with some of a mixture of sunshine and clouds here through the day today. Clouds start to clear here through the night tonight. That's going to be good news if you want to go out and see the lunar eclipse here early tomorrow morning. Through the rest of your day on Friday, it's looking to be a good amount of sunshine out there. Temperature's going to be a hint warmer tomorrow as well. Back into the 50s. Even into the day on Saturday, not looking too bad. Maybe a spotty shower or two. Otherwise, though, I do think there's probably a good deal of sunshine here, especially later Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. Does look like the bulk of the rain holds off until we head towards later in the day on Sunday. Even Sunday morning, starting off the day, I think most of us primarily dry. The bulk of that rain beginning to move in later Sunday evening, Sunday night, lasting into the pre-dawn hours here for the most part Monday. Looking drier as we head through the bulk of the daytime hours on Monday. Nonetheless, though, we are going to keep an eye on that rain and all that snow melt that we're talking about, of course. It's going to be a very warm weekend out there. High Saturday and Sunday for most of us going to be in the 60s. Rain again Sunday and Monday. Most of us between a half an inch and potentially upwards of an inch of new rain. We will keep an eye on those river levels. We're not going to be talking about any major flooding by any means, but rainfall and snowmelt could potentially cause some minor flooding. We'll keep an eye on those river levels basically later Sunday and into the day Monday, just because it does take those rivers a little bit longer to catch catch up and rebound from the snowmelt as well as the precipitation that will be ongoing in that time frame. Temperatures here today climbing back into the 40s. Tonight will fall back into the 30s for most of us. Partly cloudy skies overhead. Definitely a bit warmer out there. Into your day tomorrow, a good deal of sunshine. Most of us going to be talking daytime highs climbing back into the upper 40s and 50s here as we head towards tomorrow afternoon. We trade the 50s for the 60s here as we head into the upcoming weekend. Again, Saturday probably looking to be the better of the 2 weekend days, featuring more sunshine and more dry time. Sunday, a bit more cloud cover and the chance of a few showers, especially later into Sunday evening. Those rain showers lasting into the first part of the day on Monday. Again, we will keep an eye on those river rises as we head through that Sunday, Monday time frame. Get some sunshine back for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, and those mild temperatures really not going all that far. You can see Monday we're a bit cooler in the mid to upper 40s, but we get the 50s back and potentially the lower 60s back as we head towards midweek next week.
I just can't get over 67 degrees.
67, yeah. It's going to be pretty warm and mild here Sunday. Even Saturday, we're going to be in the 60s. We're not probably quite as warm as Sunday, but that sunshine really going to make a difference here. We're going to feel pretty darn warm here Saturday.
Anyone celebrating on St. Patrick's Day will be okay.
Yeah. 49, a few rain showers, especially in the morning hours.
It's pretty on par with what a normal St. Patrick's Day I feel like is.
We're doing just fine.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Peter. And thank you guys for watching WCAX Extra. Of course, you can see Peter and I in just a couple hours, Channel 3 News at noon.
Yep.
Our evening shows and all of our content on WCAX.com. But until then, we'll see you around.